Hello, my friends. This year I was selected to be on the nominating committee for the SAG Awards. So for the last 3 months, I've been watching all the best movies out there. I'm going to tell you about it and tell you who I voted for. Outstanding performance by a male performer. None other than De Niro, of course. If you haven't seen Irishman, you've got to. It really is an amazing movie with an all-star cast. I wouldn't be surprised if they take them all, all best cast, best actor. But De Niro, I think, is his best performance ever that I've seen him in. His eyes are just, I never realized how beautiful blue his eyes are. But they age them in this. They're very old, they're very young, and it's an incredible movie. So definitely you want to go see The Irishman. So my first pick was De Niro. Second, Eddie Murphy. If you haven't seen Dolomite, it is so funny. I like comedies more than anything myself, but Dolomite really is like a feel-good movie. It's a guy who has to overcome all these obstacles, but it's very funny, and it's the best Eddie Murphy I've seen for a long time, so I had no problem giving him a vote. Joaquin Phoenix is going to be the one to beat this year. Joker. De Niro's very, right here, it's all right here, it's subtle. But Joaquin, he's very physical, and the way that he would dance, and he would his thoughts were fluid, and you could see physically what he's thinking, because 97% of all communication is physical. But Joaquin Phoenix is going to be hard to beat this year. Queen and Slim. I didn't know anything about this movie, but I tell you what, Daniel Kaluuya is amazing. His eyes, he has this purity and strength in him. He makes it all very effortless. He's a wonderful actor. I would love to see any one of these guys win, but as for a new person, Daniel is definitely one to watch. Now, you might be surprised on this pick, but I have John Travolta for The Fanatic. If you haven't seen The Fanatic, oh my God, he's so creepy and weird. He has a problem, mental problems. He's like a child, but he just wants this guy's autograph, but he just crosses the line. But he was so immersed in this character that I have him a nomination for Best Actor. So you got to check out Fanatic too. It's nothing like you've ever seen him to do. So now it's time. How about the females? Well, I'll tell you what. Little Women is going to be the one to beat, because the cast is amazing, the story, the directing. I'm a guy. I didn't think I was going to like this movie. I thought, what is this little girl stuff? But I was way wrong. It is a wonderful movie. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. Stop. Anyway, Saoirse Ronan, young, amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if any of these nominees make it. But Little Women is definitely one to watch. My number one pick for me, honestly, though, is Renee Zellweger. If you haven't seen Judy, she plays Judy Garland. I'm getting misty thinking about it. She completely embodies her. I didn't know that Judy Garland had the problems she did. They were giving her pills to go to sleep, giving her pills to wake up, and she grew up to be an alcoholic addict and have lots of problems, but was a real person still at the same time, trying to be. Judy is an excellent movie, and I think Renee probably will win. It's between Saoirse and her. That's my guess. Bombshell. It's an all-star cast. All these women are excellent. But I went with Charlize Theron. Charlize is hard to beat. She's super strong, can be super soft, but you wouldn't ever want to mess with her. So I've got her down. Here's one you might not think of, or you might. Hustlers was an excellent movie. Oh my God, it was hot, it was sexy, it was fun, the women were great. It's kind of a big party. Constance Wu was the lead in this. Striking performance. Also, I'll just go ahead and tell you, J-Lo was my #1 pick for Best Supporting, so I'll have to skip ahead for her. Laundromat. If you haven't seen The Laundromat, oh my God, check it out. Once again, I tell you, I like funny movies. It's funny, but it's a drama. It's somewhat biopic. Many of these movies out this year are based on true stories. But it's Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep, she plays kind of an elderly lady, but she loses her husband and winds up trying to get her insurance for the death. And it's an unveiling of all these money scams that were going on back in the day, and the movie is excellent. Gary Oldman and Antonio Banderas, I would have loved to pick both of them for Best Supporting, but I could only pick 5 in each category. But this was one of my favorite movies of the year for sure. And why is Jojo Rabbit in the middle of all this? Well, I'll tell you, because I picked several people from this movie, and to me, this may be like all these movies up here, I feel, are the best movies of the year. Now, there's a bunch of other ones out there I want to talk about too. But Jojo Rabbit, I had never heard of the guy who did this, Waititi. It's like, basically the setup is this little boy goes to this little Hitler camp. It's like Cub Scouts for little, little Nazis. And it's funny, and the Hitler is in his head, so Hitler does this comedic stuff throughout it, and it's just, going inside this little boy's mind. But it becomes a drama towards the end, the acting and all of these, my gosh, Thomasin McKenzie, I have her down for Best Supporting Actress. Sam Rockwell, I have him down for Best Supporting Actor. And Scarlett Johansson, I have down for Best Supporting Actress. So you'll see that the movies that are really, really tight, the ones that have it all, have an all-star cast. And that's the real recipe for an awesome movie. Just like The Irishman. Whew. I got Joe Pesci down, and Al Pacino is for Best Supporting Actor. If you like Al Pacino, this is the most incredible thing I think he's ever done. He's playing Hoffa, Jimmy Hoffa, and he's such a charismatic person, so it was perfect for Al Pacino just to do his stuff, do his thing, and he just launches out, man. It's an incredible, incredible role for him to play, so you definitely don't want to miss those movies. So, how about outstanding performance for overall cast? Well, one of them's Dolomite. Man, everybody in this, some of my favorite people are up in this movie. Keegan-Michael Key, Michael Epps, Craig Robinson, Titus Berg, Snoop Dogg, and Wesley Snipes. And Wesley Snipes was hilarious in this. But once again, this is Eddie's big, big movie. You've got to check out Dolomite. It's really... That and Jojo Rabbit are funny, as opposed to everything else that's got some bit of a drama. So... Cast, once again, The Irishman. You can't go wrong with that. Al Pacino, De Niro, Pesci. Definitely up for Best Cast. Another Best Supporting Actor for guys I didn't tell you was, if you haven't seen Honey Boy, oh my God, Honey Boy is definitely one of the best movies of the year. It's somewhat biopic. It's about him. The kid in this is Shia as a kid, so Shia is basically playing his dad. And his dad was kind of a bastard and real rough on him. And you just really feel for him and his character. So I would love to see Shia win too. It's tough, but I mean, you got Al Pacino. Oh my God. Who's going to win? I don't know. But they're going to tell us all tomorrow. And I'd like to tell you some other movies besides these that I thought were the best. The Lighthouse, if you didn't see The Lighthouse this year, man, it's creepy, awesome, cool. Willem Dafoe, I was going to give him Best Supporting, but you only picked 5, but he's incredible. Pattinson is awesome. Definitely an experience. It's shot on Super 16, and if you see it in the theater, it's a small square as opposed to a full screen, and it sucks you in, and everything is real in it. Real storms, real machinery. Pattinson told us this when he came, to the film festival. So, Lighthouse, definitely got to check it out. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I had them down for Best Action as well. This is one of my absolute favorite movies of the year. I've seen it 3 or 4 times. Tarantino, You can't go wrong. Brad Pitt is so good. You've got to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Everybody in it is fantastic. 1917. I didn't think I was going to like it. It's a war movie, but the way this movie is shot, I've never seen anywhere else. They have them going through these trenches, walking, like miles, it seems like. I don't know how they did these shots, but this was an incredible, heart-wrenching tale. 1917. Just Mercy. Excellent. Jamie Foxx. What's this fella's name? Oh, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. The movie guy. Anyway, really, really well done. Excellent movie. Ford versus Ferrari. Not my favorite movie, but I like both those guys, and Christian has a cool name. That's my name. Marriage Story. It's getting a lot of hype. It was a very good movie. I didn't give it a vote for anything, not because it was bad, but there's so many awesome movies this year that you can only pick 5 from each category. Dark Waters. Really good movie. I didn't really care that much for Ruffalo. He has this look on his face the whole time. This puffed lip. And maybe the guy really had it in real life because it's biopic. You'll hate DuPont for life for it. Movie's good. I didn't think he was that great. Not bad, but still a good movie. The King. Wow. Wow. Excellent movie. I had them also down for action scene. Where they're all in suits of armor just crammed up, crunched together. It was a drama. This is a kingly movie for sure. Definitely one to check out. Motherless in Brooklyn. I saw this in the theater. Edward Norton came. He spoke about it. Not my favorite movie. It is a good movie. It's a little choppy at the beginning. I don't want to say anything negative about it. It's good. It just wasn't my favorite, but definitely worth checking out. Knives Out. Mystery Murder. Everybody in it is stellar. A really fun show. Excellent show. Trying to think who did it. You probably won't guess. Maybe you will. Definitely worth it. Booksmart. This is one of the funniest movies of the year. Peanut Butter Falcon. Good movie. I think Honey Boy's better, but still a good movie for Shia LaBeouf. Lion King. The Lion King was magical. I cried like 5 times in this movie. The opening sequence of, whoa, it's so amazing. The animals are real. Hidden Life. So wonderful. I put it down for best cast. I wanted it to get something because it's not a mainstream movie, but it was like shot in Germany. It's this beautiful country, beautiful people, a beautiful, beautiful sad story, but definitely one of the best movies for sure this year. A Hidden Life. Waves. This was like at the bottom of my pile. Waves. I wish I only have 5 choices for each one, but the man, the woman, and the children in this, all of them could be best actor, best actress, best supporting, all the way around. I put this in best cast category as well. Waves. This was shot a way I've never seen. The transitions, everything was very fluid and lucid and just unlike any film that I'd seen, and it kind of makes it magical. So you got to check out Waves. Definitely one of the best movies of the year. Song of Names. Very good. I didn't think I would like this movie either. I'll tell you who was really great. There was Tim Roth, but Clive Owen was amazing. He's the virtuoso fiddle player. Song of Names. And I'll just tell you this, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, I didn't choose it for anything. I love Tom Hanks. I loved him since Bosom Buddies, since before he was really famous. I think the problem with this show was it didn't have the casting like these other films. You had 2, 3 people getting nominated out of these movies. But Beautiful Neighborhood, what's the outstanding performance? The guy, Matthew Rims. Who the hell is this other guy? He's not on the same level as Tom Hanks. So if you don't have somebody that matches Hanks or better, it's pulling away from me. The movie was good, but it wasn't great. It was no Irishman. It was no Little Women. And I still love him, but it is still a good movie. And I'll tell you, there was one little, it's got to be a misprint on the ballot. Best action sequence, John Wick was not in there. In place, that was Always Be My Maybe. Now, Always Be My Maybe is a movie I worked on, and I know it's a romantic comedy. Keanu was in it, but he put the main guy, Randall Park, in a headlock. And that was about the only action out of the whole thing. So I think it's a misprint, so don't be surprised if you don't see John Wick up for Best Action, which by far should we. He kills hundreds of people. I don't really like movies like that, but they're real scenes, and each scene is a staged, choreographed dance that's practiced and rehearsed, and he goes through hundreds of guys. So really, the winner should be John Wick. But hey, I hope you like this. Tomorrow, they're going to actually tell us who is going to be who for the nominees. So tune back tomorrow, and we'll see how I did, if I was close or not. Anyway, have a great night. It was good talking with you. Appreciate it. Goodbye.